Hi, Dyslexic Genius here, Brett Hurt. We're back in the shop. My phone number is 864-236-1680. If you give me a call, leave me a message and your name and your number. I'm back on the B-80 motor. I've totally finished it now. So there's a problem with the motor and the motor design. This shaft runs through the governor drive gear. And the governor drive gear covers the bearing. And the bearing, this shaft has a hole in it just like this, a little bitty one, and a ball bearing in it. And it's sticking up like this from this casting. And this comes down like that. How do you oil that down the road? There's no way you can get up in here and get oil up inside where you need to get it. So what I do is I use my synthetic grease, because this is a high clean grease. It doesn't fly off the gears when it runs. I grease these gears with a high clean, my synthetic grease, all the governor and the spindle shaft. The other problem is this is the bearing that goes to the spindle shaft, which is also down here in the casting. And you can't get to that. So I did the same thing. But I also machined one out of oilized bronze bearing material, which is a very good material, and I greased all that up. I did the same thing here. I'll go over a couple of other tricks. I also enlarged the oil holes here because they weren't done well at the factory. Here, here, and here. I used a centering drill for that, just cleaned them up a little so it's easier to do that. The other thing about motor rebuilds, 2 cranks, and it should start to spin. It shouldn't have tension on the crank. So you go 1, 2, bingo. Hardly any sound out of that. The only thing you're hearing is really the whirl from the governor. This is really simple tricks, but things you need to pay attention to when you're working on motors. And this is my tip for the day.